Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good night, whenever it is you're listening to this. So, as you all, so today is April 1st, 2021. And we are disappointed to announce to you guys that today is our final episode of the podcast. I know, you're all heartbroken, but me and Ty unfortunately have better things to do. Isn't that right, Ty? So, we will be. All right. So, we've got quite a few things to talk about today. As you all know, the NFL has finally announced a 17-game season. I think many of us were expecting it to happen at some point. We probably just didn't expect it to happen this year. Many NFL players do not like the fact that there is a 17-game season, mostly because they did not include another bye week. I can see how that would be. I can see how that would be a bit annoying for a lot of players, especially especially since lots of them, especially the teams that go to the playoffs, like a certain Browns team, hopefully.
Totally agree.
Anyways, many of them would be complaining, or many of them are complaining that that's such an increased risk of injury, which I can buy into that. I can I can definitely buy that argument. Oh, also side note, teams that now go 10-7 suck. Like they're mediocre at best. So, yeah, it's going to put a lot more pressure on teams to actually be a decent team this year. Like, just think about it. 11 wins is now just a good team. When last year and years prior, 11 wins like pretty much guaranteed you a playoff spot. Aside from a couple of years where teams missed out. Well, well, I know. Wait, it was when the Browns 2007 when the Browns went 10-6 and missed the playoffs. Well, that team would definitely have missed it at 10-7 this year, or this coming year. But of course, it's not the player safety that the NFL is most concerned about. It's all the money that they're bringing in. Think about all the money from the TV deals.
Think about all the moolah that they're making.
Yeah.
They're making more money than you and me.
Oh, they make more money than you and me will see in one day. The NFL makes more money than you and me will see we'll probably see in our entire lives, unless a certain podcast show gets shared multiple times.
They're making more money than you and me combined. I'm just going to point that out.
Yep. Oh, and that reminds me. Please, many of our viewers are not subscribed to our channel. So if you could, before going any farther with the video, please hit that subscribe button down below.
And subscribe to our other channels as well.
Yeah, that too.
We will really appreciate that. So if you can do that, we would really appreciate that for both of us because we work very hard at what we do.
Yeah, and didn't you know that the more subscribers we get, and the more help we get, we can actually upgrade our equipment.
Yep.
So, anyways, back to the NFL, making lots and lots of dough.
More than us.
So, the NFL, I think it's pretty clear that they put making money and viewership over the health and safety of their players. Like 17 games without a second bye week. Imagine the toll that would take on your body unless you have like two quality starters at each position, or or like like two quality or like quality starting backups. Okay, let's move on to our next topic.
Wait. I thought we were.
Oh wait,
You moving on and not letting me do my take. What's going on, man? What's going on?
fine. Give your take then. Give your
All
take.
right. My take of the 17 game season is that I think one more game will help for all 30 teams. Because when you look at it like this. Most teams don't even make the playoffs every year. So
Right.
this is their shot to say, oh, we got one more game on the schedule. And to win that game, we either gotta wait for this team to lose or that team to win for us to get in the playoffs.
Right.
So I would say it's a good decision by the league to have one more game. But like you said, I think they should have another bye week just for players to get back.
Yep. All right. Let's move on.
All right, knucklehead.
All right. The Eagles are trying to build around Tyron's second favorite quarterback.
He's not my second favorite quarterback. When will you get in your head that he's not my favorite?
All right. So, that's right. That's right. Since the Eagles moved on from Carson Wentz, he's your favorite now.
He's not my favorite. How many times? Like I'll give Jalen Hurts the credit, but he's going in his second season. But I'll give him the credit. He might be one of my favorites one day, but not right now. I'm not giving him the credit.
Okay, fair enough.
Is that fair enough for you? Because I think you got hit by two coconuts.
Well, regardless if Jalen Hurts is Ty's favorite or not, the Eagles are apparently trading down to try and build around him. I don't know if that's necessarily the right idea for them.
Why?
Because they need more. They need like more talented positions. Like they need more. Like, just think. Like, what talented positions do the Eagles really have?
They could draft a receiver.
Yeah.
Because when you look at it, you and me both said Carson Wentz played bad. Carson Wentz played bad for the Eagles.
Yeah.
He
He's
wanted
probably
to
gonna play
get,
bad for the Colts now.
we don't know
Sorry, all
that.
you Carson Wentz fans.
We don't know that. But here's what I can say is that if he plays bad for the Colts, I think he doesn't want to be there either. Because, like I said, for Deshaun Watson, if you don't want to be somewhere where people don't want you, don't be there at all.
Speaking of Deshaun Watson, that's just becoming even more of a train wreck by the day.
Oh, come on. He's making headliners more than Justin Bieber.
Dude, the guy's got 21 cases of a sexual assault against him, or something crazy like that. Anyways,
Yeah.
all right. So, what is next for Odell Beckham Jr. and the Browns? Or what's next for Odell Beckham Jr.? I hope I can say a Super Bowl ring, but I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it right now. But do I see Odell Beckham going, or do I see the Browns just wanting to trade Odell Beckham Jr.? For all those Browns fans that don't like Odell, you're gonna hate me for this, but the Browns should not move on from Odell Beckham Jr. Like he's he's just got too much of an impact on the offense. I don't like you really need one that balances out Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt in the running game. And I wish I can say that Baker Mayfield and Jarvis Landry would be enough to do that, but I cannot. Baker Mayfield, Jarvis Landry, and Odell Beckham. Now you can.
My take.
Yeah.
All right. So I totally agree with you. Like, I'm not going to get mad at you because we're best friends and we might agree. You might agree with me on this because we're both Browns fans. But here's what my take is. I don't think he needs to leave either because you were right. Chubb needs somebody to count on. And yes, the Browns played good against the Steelers, a decent against the Chiefs, which we shouldn't have won that game.
Right.
But like I said, you need one of those guys because if you have one of those guys like Odell in the locker room that says, "Okay, I got your back. I'm going to be there every play," um, then you got that dude in the locker room that you can trust. Yes, I think every player has that one dude in the locker room that they can trust. But I don't see them getting rid of Odell. That's that's my opinion. Like we both agree on that. But if you lose Odell, who will back up Chubb? Like I think Jarvis Landry could, but Jarvis Landry and Odell are two different players.
Right. All right. So next topic is the Ravens signed a former Kansas City Chief wide receiver, Sammy Watkins. How much faith do they really have in Deshaun Watt or in Deshaun Jackson's throwing abilities? Or excuse me, not Deshaun Jackson, Lamar Jackson.
You getting the name mixed up today, are you?
Yep. Yeah, I did. I definitely
It's all
did
right.
because we're planning about talking about Deshaun Jackson later on in the video.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, I got your back on that.
Yeah, my question marks about that for the Ravens is you haven't really done much to you haven't really done much to improve Lamar Jackson's throwing abilities. Like you're gonna sign a big name wide receiver to a running quarterback, or with a running quarterback at the helm. I don't know about that one.
I think I can say this. I can say this. It's a good signing, but similar like I think when Lamar Jackson came in, Baltimore wanted him to be a receiver, and I think Baltimore was like, no, he's going to be the franchise quarterback and all of this. Yes, he can run. He runs like Michael Vick. I said that
Yeah.
at our first our first episode. I said that he runs like Michael Vick. I even said that either the first episode or the second episode. But truly, how is Sammy Watkins going to fit in that offense with Lamar Jackson? That's a big question. And the bigger question is, can Lamar Jackson get over the hump? Because that's a lot of things for a lot of players. You and me can agree on that.
Yep.
Because he's still trying to get over the hump because he's got to deal with um, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady. You know,
Yep.
so like he's still trying to get under the hump, over the hump. Yes, I think Lamar Jackson will get over the hump, but he's going to need more help. He's going to need more help. But this signing might be good. We can't tell. We have to wait and see.
Yep. All right. The Green Bay Packers re-signed Aaron Jones, their running back. No surprise there at
No
all.
surprise there. No surprise there. I know you're jumping your head saying, oh, my favorite quarterback guys back. I know you're jumping in your head. You just don't want to. You just don't want to bring it up. You just don't want to bring it up.
I bet you all the Cheesehead Packers fans are jumping in their heads, or like ecstatic in their own minds. Me personally, I'm like, okay, fine, like that's cool.
So, so you're not jumping your head like you're jumping up,
No,
like you just want to jump up. Because
no,
I know you want to jump up right now and celebrate.
no.
What's your take on it?
I just gave my take.
Wow, that was sweet.
That was what?
Okay. my take is that I really think it was a good signing, but my other take here's my other thing. Will Aaron Rodgers like will he be able to carry this team? Because they drafted a quarterback last year.
Yep.
And he had to prove that he wants to be a starter. And does he want to leave Green Bay and look like and be like, okay, I did all I could in Green Bay.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
If he leaves I know he wants to stay because he likes the new coach, but there's there's other options. Like he could go to a different team probably after, you know, probably after this season. We don't know.
Yeah, he could.
Because when you look at it, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, no doubt.
Oh, definitely.
No doubt. He's a Hall of Fame quarterback. But will this help Green Bay? Like, because they lost to Tampa Bay. The only thing is that will Aaron Rodgers be the same Aaron Rodgers that he play like the same Aaron Rodgers last year, or go back and play like the Aaron Rodgers he was a few years ago, where he won the Super Bowl?
Don't know. I don't know. All right, we got one more topic of discussion here. Who will Deshaun Watson or Deshaun Jackson? I did it again. Who will Deshaun Jackson sign with?
You did it again.
Yeah. Who will Deshaun Jackson sign with? I don't know. Whoever needs a wide receiver.
Get it right. I thought you were going to get it right this time. Don't doubt yourself.
My gosh.
Don't doubt yourself.
All right. Who will Deshaun Jackson sign with? Whatever team needs a wide receiver. I almost said weed receiver. Whichever team needs a wide receiver will likely sign him, or a punt returner.
Wait, time out. Does he play read receiver or wide receiver?
Wide receiver. Just imagine what kind of position that would be to be a weed receiver. That sounded completely wrong.
That sounded completely wrong coming out of your mouth.
Yeah. No, I did not just say what you think I just said. Okay.
Okay.
I honestly don't know who Deshaun Jackson will sign with. Whether it's a wide receiver position or the other position that I was talking about. So, what do you think, Ty?
Okay. So, I'm looking at his stats now. He's 35, about to be 36 years old. He played with the Eagles twice. He was drafted by the Eagles, and he was either traded or signed with the Eagles. But here's the thing. Variants that are I think that doesn't have a ring, variants that don't have a ring, that are like big names will stay. But where will he sign? Probably the Browns, probably Tampa Bay, probably Green Bay. Like those are, I think, his options to be like, do I want to go back to Philly or do I want to go to a team that can win and win me a Super Bowl so I can have that to my legacy? Because I think everybody's, I wouldn't say most players, like most players, if you don't win a ring, that's not your legacy, you know?
Yeah.
But you want to win a ring, but at the same time, it's hard.
Yeah.
That's my take.
All right. All right. That will do it for the final episode of the MJ and Ty podcast show. We will definitely not be seeing you next week, and we will definitely not be seeing you next Thursday, and we will definitely not be seeing you guys in the future. So definitely do not subscribe. Definitely do not hit that like button. And definitely do not share this video. All right. See you guys never again. And remember, don't keep your head in the game.